What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front CV axles on this 2015 Chevy Silverado. If you need these parts or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. Take a 22mm socket and a breaker bar. I'm just going to loosen up these lug nuts. Now I'm going to raise and support the vehicle. Now I can take the lug nuts off. Take the tire off. I want to take this nut off. I'm going to use a 35mm socket and a breaker bar and also a pry bar to prevent the hub from spinning. Slide it like this and loosen it up. Take that nut off, take this washer off. We're going to pull this shield down. It's going to make it easier to access the axle right there. You don't necessarily have to pull it down, but I'm going to use a 15mm socket and a ratchet, air ratchet, electric ratchet. Okay, we're going to take these bolts out. I'm going to use a 15mm socket and a ratchet. Normally I would mark this axle if we were just going to take it out and reuse it, but we're going to replace it, so there's no need to mark it. I'm going to use a pry bar just to hold the axle from spinning. And loosen it up. You can go around and loosen all the bolts first, and then take them out. All right, take that last bolt out. We're going to slide the axle this way and pull it down. Once it's past this point, we're going to push the axle straight through. And slide it out. Here's the old part. Here's the new axle from 1aauto.com. As you can see, the holes are machined in the same positions. It's got the same boots configuration. The splines are the same. And even the threads are the same on the end. It does come with a new nut, which is nice. Get yours at 1aauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Take the axle, I'm just going to slide it this way. Go through the hub. Once that's in position, you can slide it up here. It's a good idea to have a bolt in your hand when you start. And get these all started. You just grab the hub and spin the wheel while you get the other bolt holes to line up. Now I'm going to tighten these up. I'm going to use a 15mm socket and a ratchet. And I'm going to use a pry bar just to keep this from spinning. And then I'll torque these to 58 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to reinstall this cover. Put the bolts back in. Get them all lined up first before I tighten them down. I'll just tighten these up with the 15mm socket and an electric gun. Now we'll put the axle nut on. Now I'll take a 35mm socket, tighten this axle nut up. Now I'm going to torque that nut. I'm just going to take a pry bar. When I'm close to the ground, this will make it a lot easier. The torque wrench, the pry bar all the way on the ground. Just be careful. And I'm going to torque this to 177 foot-pounds. There we go. Makes it a lot safer when you push this on the ground rather than trying to muscle it. But there we go. Take your tire, reinstall the tire. Take the lug nuts, get those started. Before you lower the vehicle all the way down, just let it down enough so the tire is touching. Then I'm going to torque the lug nuts with a 22mm socket and torque wrench, and I'm torquing them to 140 foot-pounds. And I'm going to torque them in a star pattern or a cross pattern so that the wheel gets tightened down evenly. I'll just go around again. We're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1aauto.com, your place for DIY auto repairs, for great parts, great service, and more content.